Hello, Dr. Tawanna Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grow up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vault and create wealth from within. What is up, good people? Hold on one second. Let me go ahead and get my other cousins in the chat. Just like that. And we're going to go ahead and get this thing popping. What's up, good people? Hope all is well with you all. I'm going to go ahead and get the intro ready. I don't have a whole bunch of time, but I got enough time, so I'm going to be in and out. And let you guys go ahead and enjoy the rest of your day, evening, morning, wherever you are viewing this, whenever you are viewing this, okay? All right, that's queued up. I'm going to go ahead and put me on full screen. Oops. Wrong button. This one to want to get it together. All right, here we go. We're going to talk about some real freedom. Independence isn't a holiday. It is a strategy, cousins. It is a strategy. Let me go ahead and get my other peoples over here ready to rock and roll, and we will be ready to go. Hope all is well with you mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. If ain't nobody told you they love you today, Dr. T loves you, and I need you to survive. If you ever feel like too much is going on and you feel like you by yourself, my inbox arms are always open to you. My email arms, my text messages, however you got to find me, find me. I will stand in the gap with you. I will get in the paint with you. I will hold up the blood-stained banner with you. I need you to survive. It's a lot of stuff happening and a lot of stuff going on. But together we stand. Okay? Divided we fall. All right, let's go ahead and roll this real quick, and boom. We're going to go ahead and get it popping. We ready to ride. Oh, yeah. Lace up my boots. Put on my war clothes. It's time to ride. Yeah. It's time to ride. Yeah. Lace up my boots. Put on my war clothes. The king gave the signal. Yes, it's time to rise. It's time for war. Ready to ride. Ready to ride. We ain't running. We outside. We ain't running. We outside. We ready to ride. Ready to ride. Ready. We ain't running. We outside. We ain't running. We outside. Kingdom soldiers. Ready to ride. No fear. No motion. No devil. Don't stop this flame. We survive. We still alive. That oil still drip. Now it's time to ride, people. Yeah. All right, I ain't even gonna hold y'all long. Like I said, I just wanted to let y'all know what time it is. It's time to ride. We're gonna be talking about real freedom, okay? Because you're not free if you still in chains. Hear me clearly. All of the stuff that is happening, I will have to come by here on another live because I'm not going to be here long. These people have lost their mind. They have lost their mind, and we cannot be mad at them. Hi, Mama Patty Mayonnaise. Hi. I don't know whose name that is, but hey, boo. Much love to you. Okay? They have lost their mind, you guys. They now want us to rent on a subscription base. When they say you will not own anything and be happy, that is absolutely what they mean. And I don't have the time in this live to show you all, but I'm going to show you, okay? Make sure you tap in for that next one because I am going to show you these people have lost their mind. And this drives me even harder to make sure that we as human beings make sure we have done our part to ensure that our families and we as a people do not go down to this evil agenda. I can't even dress it up and try to call it another word. They want us to be paying rent. First of all, let me just give y'all a brief summary. 10 minutes or less, okay? First of all, they have literally bankrupted every American. Absolutely. People cannot afford to live. That's not something I say. You can go on TikTok and type in people cannot afford life. And you will see thousands of videos from all different types of people, yellow, purple, black, or white, okay? It's really us versus them. And if you do not get in position, then you will have no other choice but to fail or to go along with whatever agenda they got going on. And their agenda looks very dark and very evil and very demonic. You bankrupt this whole entire country. We don't have enough for Americans, for everyday Americans who pay for this country to be in existence. You talking about freedom? Where's the freedom? Are you free to live where you want to live? Are you free to have what you want to have, buy what you want to buy, go where you want to go, do what you want to do? Are you free? Or do somebody else control your time? Because if somebody else control your time, you're not free. Somebody else control where you live, you're not free. Somebody else control what you can and cannot do, when you can go, when you cannot, you are not free. So we're going to put all of this to the side. This is another way for them to get rich and for us to continue to get poor. Traditions. Independence Day. Independence from what? Because we still going to war. We have war right now. So independence from what? You got people out here buying into the lie. You know, life, it cannot be afforded yet, and still people are still out here barbecuing. People are still out here traveling. I mean, they didn't up the ante on the prices to travel to go see your family, to go be with your loved ones on this Independence Free Day. Why is everything inflated? Housing, eating, everything about our life is inflated, but we still get minimum wage. Make that make sense? Nothing's free. And now on top of bankrupting us and taking away a lot of resources, allowing a lot of people who didn't come here build anything, didn't come here put in any blood, sweat, or tears. They came here, stole all the resources. You know what I'm saying? People, I believe that's in Minnesota or Minneapolis. A whole group of them came over here, got a whole bunch of money from our government, sent it back to their government. Now we can't afford the cost of living. Neither can our government afford its debt, its monthly debt, its daily debt. We in debt real bad, okay? Nevertheless, they got monies to go and invest in foreign, offshore, land, territory, all of this stuff. We got to wake up. They not coming to save us. They never have. They never will. Now, on top of all of that, you didn't bankrupt the country. You didn't took the jobs with AI. You taken the water. We will have to buy water. I got a lot to show y'all. They say by the end of July, we can run out of water. Why? Because AI is sucking it up. Problem is, we will be at their mercy if we don't own things that have water, land with water rights. People be like, do I have the whale rights? Do I have all of this? You know what I'm saying? They ask that. They are feckless cars unless you know the game and declare your living says, thank you. Shout out to you 100%. If you don't correct your status, first of all, if you don't start prepping and preparing for your family, they're not going to come save you. Let me tell you what they want for you. You own nothing and be happy. Okay? They doing this with the whole economy, the money, all of that stuff on purpose. Why? Because they want to give everybody, what do you call it? universal basic income or universal high income. That's what they want to give everybody. Hey, let's reset the debt, give everybody universal high income, guarantee universal high income. They've been going into certain communities, lower income communities, and running this drill for several years now. Now they're coming out saying, hey, Americans can't afford to live. They're renting out storage facilities to live in storage facilities. They're sleeping in their vehicles. We are not paying attention to what is happening. Trump's border peace is getting ready to get $100 billion. Iran, where we went over there and destroyed their stuff, they finna get $300 billion, and we, the American tax people, have to pay for it. Go look it up on Google. On the next live, I'm gonna break this down. I'm gonna show you what they said. It's not what I said. I'm gonna show you what they said and what you see with your own eyeballs. Use your common sense. So after they did all this, want to give you universal basic income, they setting up the whole data centers so they can track and trace us. Vehicles now have kill switches in them. If they feel like you distracted, they can shut your vehicle off mid-driving on the freeway. Doesn't matter, okay? Not only that, the water is now being sold on the stock market. It's a commodity up there like gold and silver. Problem is we don't own no assets. All we have in our possessions is currency. And that's so dead, they about to try to use that to back it through the stable coin, which we don't own. Understand? But to make matters worse, this is what I really want to say, and then I'll get on to my presentation, okay? Because I got some sales for y'all, and I only got 45 minutes. You want some real freedom? Give it to yourself. Ain't nobody giving us no freedom. Nobody. Very first thing, because credit lives in a digital space, you ought to be working on that. When they go ahead and reset, and they've been saying, watch this day, because this is the 250th anniversary of America's independence. We can't pay our bills. This USWR, this United States Water Reserve, pay attention to that. The water is going on a reserve. Pay attention to the reset that has to happen, because we are in so much debt. We cannot get out of it. So the world financial system that Trump launched, and BlackRock and all these people doing what they're doing, this is never to benefit us. It's to capture us and keep us in a place of being controlled. Why? Because we don't own anything. They do. They own systems. The systems that we need every day. We don't own no car lots. We don't own no real estate. We have to go to them for rent. Watch the water. Watch the water. That's why you need your own water. Take your money, stop buying barbecue, go get you some land. I showed y'all where land is at for $100. Paid in full. Go get you some land. If you don't want to, build on that, then it's already valued at $2,500 and you only paid $377. Flip it. Take that $2,500 and go get you some rural land that has water rights. Why do you think the billionaires is going after rural land? Bill Gates, even, some of the Chinese came over here in Texas, predominantly bought lots of land that had water rights. See, when you control systems where everybody else needs it, that's power. That's the only thing they got over us. What they have, we could have, and then they wouldn't have nobody to work the works that they want to work. They're enriching themselves off of our backs. And if we're helping them enrich themselves, we can help enrich ourselves. Number one thing is financial freedom. If you give them the power to feed you, you give them the power to starve you. We saw that in 2020. Ain't nobody going to work. Well, what do? Sit at home. Nobody had no means to go out and do nothing. Everybody was shocked. The effects of the younger people that we happen to just overlook is being displayed in all of the overdoses, all of the fentanyl, accidental poisonings. That's where it's being displayed. No, it's on us, not on them. I don't trust anything. They all play together. They played the American people for too long. But here's the last thing that I want to tell you before I show you my presentation. When I seen now, it's not enough for them to think that they God and they can recreate you and put chips in you and make you, if you age and go back to a younger version of yourself. These are called sleeves. Go look them up. You can just plug it into the back of your neck, and now you a new man, you a new woman. If you fat, you want a skinny body. Now you can plug yourself up. All of this stuff where now you can control a mouse, you know what I'm saying, with this Neuralink in your brain and this mouse, you can't turn it off. It writes for you. They pumping all this stuff up. You don't see a system that is opposing whether you believe in God or not. There's a belief in you that say, something ain't right about this. Even atheists, something ain't right about this. This don't bear witness in my spirit. And you ain't got to be religious. You ain't got to be none of that. We all can see something ain't right about this. What they got going on? When they get to the point where they want to charge you for oxygen for the trees, I got something to show y'all that is so evil. There's no other words. These people have been planning at the WEF and all these United Nations and these G7 meetings, summit meetings. These devils have been planning the demise of human beings. They want us distracted and fighting with each other about color. If you cut me as a minority woman and cut you as a non-minority woman, we're going to still bleed the same blood. When they open you up, you got a heart, I got a heart. You got kidneys, I got kidneys. You got the whole entire anatomy that I have. If you a female, males got the same entire anatomy, just different sizes, different structures, different colors. Still one thing, human. And if you want to remove the human out of it, we're beings. Spiritual beings having a human experience, period. So we don't got time to be coming against each other because they are winning. It's taking people down. It's sad. I research this stuff. I look at this stuff. Why? Because the words say watch and pray. I need to watch what they're doing so I know how to pray accordingly. What must I do to avert this, to go around this, to get out of this situation? And to be honest with you, we got to go back to the basics, okay? We can say go back to the basics biblically, but what about our ancestors on all sides, all nations, the pilgrims, okay? What do you call those people that live Amish? Okay, all of us have lived off of nature before we had all these big buildings, skyscrapers, all of this stuff we have at our fingertips. We lived off of the land. We lived off of cattle. We lived pumping our own buttermilk and making our own, having our own water wells. Get back to the basics. If that is what sustained them then, that is what's going to sustain us now. Okay? That's what I wanted to say to my cousins. Now let me go ahead, jump over here to my presentation. I'm going to try to read this fast. If it's too much, then I'll just cut it off and be like, look, this is what it is. As a matter of fact, actually, I'm not even going to go. Matter of fact, I will go through the presentation because it's for today. One thing about me is I don't take things for the surface. They wanted us to just be celebrating Juneteenth till I found out what Juneteenth was really about. It's like the information is there. We just got to go and look for it. I want to know the origin of it. I don't want to know the root services. Oh, it ain't even ready. So look, boom, there you go. I didn't even create it. Cousins, today only. Today only. I'm offering half off a lot of stuff. Low ticket, maybe a couple of mentorships. Everything that I'm going to offer you is not for snickers and giggles. Not just for you to be like, oh, I got something. No, it's very strategic what I'm offering you. And the reason why I'm offering it to you, because if we can get free in our minds first, and we get free in our money first, then that's real independence. Independence is not a holiday, it's a strategy. I want to be independent. I don't want to be dependent upon any system because they control whether I get to work, whether I get to move, where I get to live. How is this country that's in so much debt giving us all a credit report? Make that make sense. How are they charging for trees and wanting to charge us for clean oxygen when the trees was here before mankind? How are they charging on the stock market for water when water was here before mankind? This ain't making no sense. Is this making sense to my cousin over here on Instagram? Because they don't like to talk to me over here on YouTube and Facebook. Does that make sense to you, or am I tripping? Just let me know. How you charging me for land? Why I gotta get your permission and I gotta pay you for land, and land was here before you got here? I mean, this don't make no sense. Why do I gotta pay you for electricity and the sun is the greater light for the daytime and the moon is the lesser light for the nighttime? Why do I gotta pay you for electricity? You go put solar up to steal energy from the sun and then sell it back to me. Am I tripping? Why I gotta pay you to work for your business and I can never start one for myself? Why I gotta build your family's last name and my family last name mean nothing? Who gave you superiority over me? What makes you elite? Yes, I obey the laws of the land. I'm Amish a wee bit as I don't know the need to the perverts. Oh yeah. I respect the way that they live. There is perverts in Christianity. There is perverts in Catholic. There is perverts in all of them. That's what I come to realize. There's people, skeetos and perverts and all of them. But I learned something from each and every culture. That's why I don't judge cultures. I don't judge religions. I know who I am and whose I am straight up. I don't gotta convince you to want to serve my God. I will tell you all day long about my God because that's what I'm talking about. I don't have to convince you or push it on you or force it on you. You feel what I'm saying? At the end of the day, let my light shine. And if you like my light, you can come get you some over here. And if you don't like it, the devil will always take you back. If you don't like what's over here, I like what's over here. I got tricked by the enemy. Okay. I almost lost my life, got scars to prove it. But I don't judge anybody's religion or culture because I learned from them. You know what I learned from the Jehovah's Witness? That they are very dedicated to go and spread the truth, what they believe to be true. And they don't care about how many rejections they gonna get, how many doors they gonna get shut in their face. What I like about the Muslims, they are dedicated prayer. I mean, when it comes to prayer, they command. Okay, they go and they command. They like, I do not work on Sundays. At 12 o'clock, my kids got to come out of school. At 12 o'clock, if I'm working on this day, I'm going to go out of this workplace and I'm going to go to the mosque. I'm going to lay my mat down wherever I'm at and I'm going to give him glory. I love that. That's dedication. That's discipline. I love that the monks do not get angry. They have mastered how not to get angry, how to have a peaceful life. That's why they live old. They don't put all this poison in their body or on their bodies, deodorant and all that stuff. I love learning about everybody, so I don't judge anybody. I judge those who claim to be from my kingdom. You out here acting wild and you out here acting a donkey, then I'm gonna judge you because I'm told to judge you. You misrepresenting the kingdom, so I'm gonna let people know this is not it. But other than that, I mind my own business. Okay. And I learn. I'm an observer. I learn by looking and observing. That's why I'm very introverted. The most I come out is to speak to my cousins when I'm doing an event, even when I'm doing an event. And this is like just a sidebar. Let y'all know a little bit about Dr. T. I'll put together an event and me and my husband will laugh at this afterwards. I would be so aggravated putting that event together as the days get closer to the day that I'm supposed to go to the event, because I'm not a people's person. I'm really a lover and I love God's people real bad, but I'm not a people's person. Like I like my space so that I can hear from God all the time. I'm not overly religious, but I like to hear clarity. Okay, what should I do? What should I build? What's next? I don't like people to come and start dumping their garbage on me. You feel me? If I'm hanging with you, we got to be of the same mind. Oh, let's get this together. Let's build all day long. I love that. But now when I got to start interacting with all these different type of people, and it's like, how you doing? Oh, I'm just barely making it. It's like, how can we fix this in 30 seconds or less? If not, then you dump it on me. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not like a real people's person. I like to come out and talk to my people. God say, I want to use your voice. Here you go. And I allow him to do that. But up to the events and the day of the event, I just be like, ooh, can this be over? Oh my gosh, can this be over? I'm so excited that it's over after it's over. Come out, have a good time, but after it's over, I'm like, I'm done. Okay? Put me back on a mountain. I'm like a dove that flies away from the mountain and then comes back. Okay? Yeah, I don't like the energy, the vampire energy. So um that was just a little, sidebar to let y'all know something a little bit about Dr. T. But I'm an observer and I observe life. What makes sense and what does not make sense. And what they have done to us as a people does not make sense to me. And it took for me to lose my children from these very people that are still out here coming for my cousins and their kids and generations. You know what I'm saying? For me to actually say something, for me to actually open up my mouth and say, look, I don't want you to suffer like this. We don't have to suffer like this. I know that beyond a shadow of a doubt. Once I start learning this information and putting this information to work, then it worked for me. And so I just come out here to tell y'all the good truth. The good news is not about a sale. I don't celebrate any pagan holidays. I don't celebrate any man-made holidays. I deliver myself from that. My children used to be mad and be like, we don't get to celebrate Christmas. That is not real. Christmas is every day for you, beloved. Easter is every day for you, honey. Okay? If you want a chocolate bunny, you can go to Walmart at any time. We are not buying into this system that comes to take from us. Because now my people is going to be mentally exhausted. How do I put that money back? They're living beneath their means. You could have took that money and invested in going to go learn how to get your credit together. 100%. Because that is so important. I wish somebody would have told me that. I wish somebody would have told me, fix your credit. Keep your credit good. I would have never cared about cash. This is how they get ahead. I've learned their secrets. They use their credit because you can use it. There's a bad way to get in debt and there is a good way to get in debt. And I'm going to tell you the truth. They don't want us telling you the truth. That's why they would start silencing people who was working in the credit industry. They will start, okay, if you want to run an ad, if you want to promote anything credit wise, then run an ad, pay us to run it. Other than that, we're not showing it to anybody. We want you to do business if you're going to do business. Why? Because they know people is going to get out of debt. Debt is chains. Debt is bondage, worry, anxiety, fear, lack. Debt is bondage. And what I've learned about them when I went into their secret places with their hidden riches, what I learned about them is that dang, they do some of the simplest stuff. If somebody would have just taught us, we've been out here working for money and we can't get enough of it to get ahead. Was I by myself? My daughter told me that she had 3 jobs. I'm like, that's a shame because I teach thousands of people how to work for themselves. That's a shame. You would rather just continue to add on more jobs. And now you talking about you overwhelmed. Babe, you did this to yourself. What do you like to do? Take pictures. Take pictures in. If you can go clock in for 8 hours, think about this, and build another man or woman's empire. If you put that same 8 hours into your own passion, your own gift, because we all have one. There's not one man or woman walking this earth that don't have a gift. I don't care if it's just the gift of listening, the gift of organizing, the gift of cleaning. If you can clean real good, people be like, "Oh, I got OCD." No, you got a gift. Why are you mislabeling your gift? You have a gift. Hold on one second. Sabu, Sabu, come open the door for your sisters. If you have a gift, use it. The wealth is within. It's not without. You will work for it over and over and over and never be satisfied. Everybody has something that they can do right now. I don't care if it's cooking. Take you some photos of your food. You do not have to have a restaurant. These are the things I sit back and I analyze. I'm going to use my stove because that's what I got. If I know how to make some bomb spaghetti, I'm going to make some bomb spaghetti. I'm going to take some pictures or a video of my preparation of my spaghetti. And I'm going to just start with everybody in my neighborhood. If you want to buy a plate, on Mondays, I'm selling spaghetti. Okay? I can use AI to create me an app where you can pre order yours. Hey, I'm only taking pre orders. I'm only making 4 pans of spaghetti. That's using your gift and what you do have to make you some extra revenue instead of trying to go trade 40 and 80 hours of your time for minimum wage. You will not get ahead when all they do, they go, they leverage their credit. I don't have no money, but I got a 700 credit score because that's all you need. These banks will give you the biggest bag. When I tell you, I'm just be mind blown how much money they give away to you when your credit is together. They don't even ask you for documents. A man told me this years ago. He said, look, if you got a 700, he put me up on some game. He said, if you got a 700, because I try to go in there with like a 560. It was like, nah. Do you know it costs more to be poor? No, can't help you. Double deposit. I remember paying $7,000 to move into a place. And the rent was nothing but like 2,000, 2,100. All the double deposits because the credit was bad. When I was forced to bring my kids up in an area I didn't want to live that had theft, robberies, violence, I'm like, I couldn't afford to go to nowhere else. And I had to live there. That is when I said enough is enough, to be honest with you. Our car got broken into. You didn't have no peace. I'm like, dang, I'm tired of living like this. But he told me, he said, look, don't go to no more dealerships. If you can like thug it out and go get your credit together, sit down and learn consumer law. Get your credit together. There's a law. It works for you. You got to know it. A lot of things is illegal. It being illegally reported on your address. And he began to point out some things. He said, if you build your credit profile to a 700, wherever you go, they will not ask you for no documents, no check stubs, no proof of payment. And I thought he was lying, just trying to, soften the blow that we can't give you a vehicle today. But I went and I started learning consumer law. I shared it all over social media. I was so excited when I had 60 points added to my credit score from just doing one of the simplest things. This is my name, not all 10 variations of it. And this is the one address I live at, not all 20 of these you have listed on my credit report. Boosted my score 60 points just by correcting my personal information they was reporting on my credit report. When I saw that, I started telling everybody. When we got our credit score to a 700, me and my husband went to the dealership. They didn't ask us for no proof of income. He walked off the lot with an Escalade, 2018 Escalade, $100,000 vehicle. We turned around the next day. I don't know if I should give y'all this play. We turned around in 1 week. We got 5 vehicles on that 700 credit score because it takes days for it to be added or reported to your credit profile. Okay, that ain't gonna cost y'all nothing. Put some hearts in the chat if I just gave y'all some free game. We went and got 5 vehicles. No documents needed at all. The man did not tell no lie. It was like, you work how much you make a year. Okay, projected. Okay. Not how much you make a year, how much I'm projecting. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Boom. Write that down. Which car? We got a Jeep Cherokee, brand new off the lot, no miles on it. An Escalade. We got an F-250, another $100,000 vehicle. We got a Charger. That was a $40,000 vehicle. And then we got my husband had 2, the F-250, the Escalade, the Charger, the Jeep, and then we had a van. We had a van in 1 week and took all of those vehicles and put them on Toro. One of them turned into a transportation, okay, a hot shot, but the other ones became streams of income, all because of our credit. Then when we went to go purchase the land, oh, okay, yeah, bet. Run that credit 100% in our business credit. Okay, run that because we knew about it then. And then, oh, Navy Federal, $25,000. What? I had never had a $2.50 credit card. 25,000. Oh, wow. It was like another world. You can't go back when you go that far. When you see things you ain't never seen before. If I can leave you with any information, if I can beg y'all, and I don't beg nobody, but I love you enough to beg you. Money is not it. I can walk in a dealership with a 500 credit score with $200,000 and say, I want that car off the lot. And you can walk in with a 700 credit score and no money down, and they're going to choose you over me. Why? Because my credit report shows that I am not capable of making my payments on time. I didn't have stuff repossessed. I didn't went into foreclosure. That I am a liability. Me with the 700 credit score, no money down, shows that I value. I can pay on time. I'm responsible. They're going to take me over you all day long. If you try to go rent a place, I don't care how much money you got. You can tell the owner, I got $10,000. I give you $10,000, let me move in. They're going to pick the person with the best credit. They're going to pick the person with the best credit. Okay? I want to put y'all into my coalition. Can I invite you to change your life? Can I invite you to give you financial freedom and mind freedom? Because we got all of that inside the coalition. Okay? I usually charge $97 a month to be in here. This is where everything credit related for you to get your credit together fast. 24-hour hard inquiry removal. Get all the inquiries removed. Because when you're going for funding, they don't want you to have more than two. See how much your score improves just having the hard inquiries removed. Okay, we have sweeps in there. You want a 4-day sweep. You want a 7-day sweep. Cool. You want to know the law. You want to hit them with a cease and desist so they cannot report your debt until they verify. Send you paperwork in the mail, which they can never do because they sold your debt. All charge-offs need to be charged off. You already been paid. Why is it still being reported on my credit? You did not send me no 1099. The late payments that are being reported on my credit report, you did not send me a letter in the mail stating that 30 days prior to you reporting that late payment on my credit, you are harming me. I can sue you. You get access to all of this. Government contracting, land banking, where to find land. You get access to all of my Zooms, my live trainings that I don't come out here on live and do anymore. You get access to a bunch of stuff, non-CDL transportation. There's a lot of done for you digital products in there for you to have digital assets. I don't care if we grew the root to 1,000 people. 1,000 people will have digital assets that they own that you can go make your own by just adding your name to it, by just changing the cover. It is done for you digital products, too many to name, okay? It's also a coalition where you come in and we make money together. I want you making money. Okay. I don't want you sitting around. I don't want you to just learn because eventually you have to drop the L and pick up the E and earn. Okay. I want you to learn so that you can earn. It's a hub. It's a coalition for you to be able to come in and learn. I mean, vendors list. If you like to sell boutique clothing, if you want to take the credit plugs and sell those, I want you making your own money. Make it how much you want. Marketing is already done. Hey, just go post that on your social media. If they want it, sign up. Here's a website, how to build out your website, how to let AI build out your website. Here's AI and automations. Hey, go and post this and then automate it. Tell them to comment the word rough. And now the automation will pick it up and send out your links and all of that stuff to you. I'm going to let y'all get in the coalition today only for $50. A one-time payment. I let everybody who's in there grandfathered in at a one-time payment of $50. Okay. Now it's $97 a month. However, because I'm talking about real freedom, and I'm not going live to come out and say, hey, look, y'all, this is what's going on, this is what we need to do. I'm going to spend all of my time pouring into the coalition. That is into the community. Not only do you get to make money with me, I give you things to sell so you can make money. I show you how to sell them, how easy it is to create them, show you what plays you can move, as what plays you can do, where to go buy land, where to get yourself in position. This is the greatest independence gift that I can give to you. Get free. Come out of this system. Come out of this system. If we can all go buy property, I also give opportunities where, hey, I found 20 acres. 4 or 5 of y'all, let's go and build on this and start building some communities, tiny houses. I have connections to the builders that will fund every stage of the project. Okay, land opportunities, real estate opportunities, so that we can make sure if you got land and you got any real estate, you ain't gonna never ever be poor. Never ever be poor. Okay. To your program will tell them rough is the word. No, I was just using that as an excuse, beloved. You can just tell them to come to this video. I will leave it up. Actually, do you see that big old red link that's tagged right there? It says Wealth Coalition Community. You can actually click on that link and save it, or they come here. I don't know if the link stays up when the live ends. I'm not too for sure, but I will pin it in my bio as well. If they go to that link, but it has to be in the next 24 hours for the $50 sale. If they want to go to it after that, it's going to be $97 a month. This is just one time for my cousins, for my people who missed it. I don't mind helping my people. That is what my mission is. Some people do it for sales, some people do it for money. I do it because God commissioned me. His sheep is still not of the fold. So there's a lot of my cousins on the outside that don't know this information, that need to know this information. And God is just using my hands and my mouth and using my mind to be able to lead his people into the freedom that he wants them to have. Okay, I don't see it. Okay, we'll share that anyway. Yeah, it says it's pinned. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. I can click on it on my side. It's a big red button that says Wealth Coalition Community. And then it say go to website. It should be somewhere here. If not, message me and I'll send it to you. I don't have a problem sending it to you. And thank you. You ought to get in the coalition because by you sharing, you can get paid for the share, 40%. If it's $97 a month or $50 with this sale, just say it's $97 a month, okay? You get 40% of that. So we make money together. Also, I have opportunities where we do partnerships. Also, if I get all my cousins over here into the coalition, if one of our brethren is going through something, you have support. No pins on your screen. I don't know what they even tell us to pin the link for then. Because they say, oh, Instagram now you can pin the link. I can see it on my end, but I will send it to you. Just send me a message, okay? I definitely will send it to you. But this is where you can come together. I want to create a coalition. I have already created a coalition, but this is a vision for the coalition. There's a lot of my people going through hard times. You are not alone. One person may not be able to help you, but a multitude of people can be able to help you and stay in your place, keep food on your table, and we look out for each other like God told us to do. That's just a human thing to do. You my brother, you my sister. I don't care if we didn't come from the same birth canal. We came from the same Father in heaven, whether you know him, like him or not. Okay. So that is what I'm going to offer today. Anybody wanting to get in now, put a 1 in the chat. Okay. If anybody want to get in now, that's what I'm gonna offer instead of me saying, hey, get this credit bundle, get this, that. You get access to everything inside of this coalition. Okay. You get access to everything. What did I do? How I did it? You want to know? I'm gonna show you step by step. How did I go buy the land? Acres of land. How did you get access? I paid thousands and thousands of dollars for me to go get their secrets so that you didn't have to. Okay? Everybody can't afford that. And if you can't do $97 a month, here is your opportunity to get in for $50 one time payment. And now you get to come in there straight off the rip. Go find you something to sell. Everybody needs credit, especially if you're 18 with a social. You need credit. It's the greatest thing to sell. It's in season, all season. There's guides, there's ebooks, there's all kind of stuff that you actually can start applying not only to your life. Is there a link? There is a link. I don't know when I drop it in the chat if it's gonna show up over here on StreamYard. That's one thing I don't know. But hold on, let me try to see if y'all see it. Okay, if not, you guys can use the other payment platforms. And what I will do is you put your email. Once your payment is made, you put your email in the subject line, and I'll just go ahead and send you um, the link that I need to send to you so that you can enter in without having to make a payment. I believe the link that I have is going to say the $97 payment. But the sale is, let me put this up here. If you guys want to use any of these others, you just have to put in your email address. I can't send you anything. Where's this World Coalition link at? Hold on. I can't send you anything without having your email. Okay. And I'm about to go ahead and jump off of here. Let me see where this is at. Search this. Here we go. Wealth. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, that's what people need. Yes. That's how I got free. People know how I got out of poverty. Of course, biblical principles. But first one was, why is this not letting me? First one was uh, literacy. I had to learn. Okay, where is this at? Why are you doing this? Hold on, cousins. I'm trying to get the link for you, and then I'm about to jump off of here. Okay. I went to your page. Now you frozen. What page is that, love? I don't know why. I don't know why you frozen. I could see your comment. Was you able to find the link? Is that the page you went to? Hold on. Where is the link? Um, I have all my links sitting here, and I can actually pull it up, but it won't let me click on it. Hold on, let me see if I can send it to myself like this. Any questions for me? Now the link is here below. Cool. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can see it. You probably had to refresh it. All right. Cool. So it do work. Hold on one second. Let me find it for y'all. While I'm doing that, let me put this banner up here. Any questions for me before I go? That's the greatest see if I can give to you. Give yourself liberty, financial freedom. Do not be a slave to anybody, any man, any woman, any system. At the end of the day, what I have realized, they don't care about us. They never have. History tells itself. They're going to tell history, tell the truth. This is a capitalistic system, period. Well, come on, pull it up. Here we go. Now, when you be typing this type of stuff and you go send it to yourself on Messenger, they don't want to show it to you, which is absolutely weird. Let me see if they'll let me pull it up this way. If not, that's the payment information I just put on the screen, okay? Okay, here we go. It let me get it, so. right, there we go. And as you see, we got some Kingdom cousins in here. Community is great. Thank you, sister and brother. Okay, can you guys see the link? Let me know if you can see the link. Let me know if you can see the link. Come in. Somebody at the door. All right, y'all. Any questions? I gotta go. I want to make sure anybody is not left out. Okay. And just to be honest with you, I'll say this. I will still email you. Okay. Yes, love. To be honest with you, let me have some. Yes, I just hit join. Says I'm pending. Oh, see, then you on there on another link. Yep. That's the wrong link. If it say join pending, that's the link I send to you when you make your payment on this platform. Okay, so if you want to get in there, you got to make your payments on any of these platforms that is right on the screen. Okay, that's the link that I send to those who. So I got the wrong link. Don't use that link. Let me take this out. Hold on. Don't use that link. That's the wrong link. And I ain't got the right one created. Okay. Oh no, let me take that out. That's the link that I send to people who have already made a payment when I offered the grandfather deal. It's wrong link. So if you want to get in, use one of those Zelle, Cash App, Venmo. Because I did not create the link. I don't know what I was thinking. Charge to my head, not to my heart. The link just still says 97, or either it's just going to be. Let me take out this last link. But you guys, I love you. I don't want any of my cousins to miss out. One thing that I do know is that I love you enough to. Okay, it says delete or block. Why does it say block user? Well, coalition. Yes. That is the right link. The Wealth Coalition, but I think it's set for $97. That's just wrong. Okay. For this sale, for this opportunity, I'm doing it $50 one time. You never have to pay again for this opportunity. And the link that I posted, I believe, where it says join and you wait for me to approve you, is the link that I sent out to the people who I gave the discount to the first time I gave a discount. Okay, so email me over here, love. I'll make sure you get the correct link. I have to go and create it. And for those that are over here, you can either pay by one of these platforms. What I wanted to say before I go is simply this. You're going to email me, yes, love, yes, love, yes, love. Yes, love. Go ahead and email me, love. Email me. I'm going to say 100% that for the 12-month to $1 million mentorship, I want to say 100% that we're going to kick it off this week. There is a possibility, and if I came out here and just told y'all everything, and of course my loved one who was connected to me on this platform would be pretty upset for me to be spilling their tea. But what I will say is that I didn't start last week or the week before that. I had a loved one who did something, who has been doing something where they don't care about life. That's the best way I could say it without saying too much. They don't care about life anymore, whether they live, and they have been demonstrating how to do it without doing it. So last 2 weeks been ICU type of situation, if you catch my drift. And my daughter, if y'all can pray for her, her name is Lamriana. Thank you so much. Enjoy yourself as well. Just keep her up in prayer. There's some health things going on that we just found out. She is with child, and these things are not light things. So it's been a lot happening with Dr. T. I still wear a very brave face, through it all, but it's been a lot going on. So if you were part of the 12-month to $1 million, we 100%, I think that we should be in a good position where there's not something urgent happening, where I have to go to the hospital, go to ICU, look at trachs, and make decisions, and all of this stuff. That's how much liberty I'm at liberty to say that. Okay, keep me lifted up in prayer. This is how I see it. The more families I come out to help, I'm sure that that's why there's been an attack on my family. When I decided to help other families, then the enemy was like, I'm gonna attack yours. Okay. Um, and so it's been a warfare between the two. But I got this. Devil can't stop this, devil can't block this. And I'm the woman for the job. Love y'all very much. Make sure you email me. I wanted to say this on my way out. I've been saying that 5 times. Every generation has a declaration to make. I'm going to close with this. Ours should be this: we will build more than we inherit, we will own more than we rent, and we will leave more than we consume. If we live in 2026 and we can't afford to invest $50 into ourselves to turn that 50 into 5,000, 50,000, 100,000 legacy, then what are we really doing? Are we living life? If you don't have money to invest in yourself, and I don't want anybody to think they're investing in me, you're not investing in me. You're investing in you. And you're investing in someone who will get you there faster because I've already did it. Anything that I'm going to give to you, I've already done. Real estate, houses, all of that. Credit, I didn't did it. And it's so massive that I could not keep it to myself. I got land for sale right now. I got land opportunities so much, but I will not give it away for free. The Bible tells you not to do that. I will not give it away. Whatever I am at liberty to give away for free, I will give that away for free. I will show you the what to, but you will pay me for the how to because my time is involved in that. And if I lose time teaching you and take away time from my family, teaching you from my family, then how can I make that up? At least if I come to back and say, look, like now, I said 45 minutes is an hour. I got to go. I'm at least need to be able to make up for the time that I took from them. Have a great day. I love you. Great evening, great morning, whatever time it is. I want to see you in the coalition. It may be a sacrifice, but I'm going to give you more than what you put in for yourself because now I see, yeah, you're ready and you're real. See y'all. Peace. Next time.